Hi guys and welcome back to On The Fence. So far this season Liverpool have been almost faultless in the Premier League, 13 games gone and no losses. Second in the league, only 2 points behind the lead is Manchester City. We've faced Manchester City so far. We've also faced Chelsea, Tottenham and Arsenal in the Premier League, and we haven't been beaten in any of them games, winning a couple and drawing a couple. And then we've faced other teams lower down in the league as well. And again, we've come out unbeaten. So, like I said, 13 games gone and we've been almost faultless. However, this Sunday is a massive game for Liverpool because if you factor in Champions League away defeats and the cup game against Chelsea, which we lost, as good as we've been doing in the Premier League, we've been quite underwhelming in terms of performances. Probably not hitting the heights that we had at the end of last year. However, I do think that's a tactic from Jurgen Klopp and the rest of the team. But like I said, this Sunday is a massive game for us. It's a must-win, and I hate saying that word because I don't like the term must-win, because you obviously want to win every game in the Premier League and every game in every competition. However, I feel like a massive performance is needed from Liverpool after the midweek. A day removed from PSG away, where we lost 2-1 in a horrible fashion. Because we played well in the first half, but PSG were fantastic, and they're a great side with all the money in the world. They've got a massively expensive front three, and as good as they were really, really poor on the sportsmanship side of things, and that really kind of pissed me off. You see my reaction yesterday. If you go and watch it, it's there for all to see. So this game for me is important because Jurgen Klopp said after the game that we need a reaction out of this game, and I feel exactly the same. And of course, there's no other way to go about it. We need a reaction, a massive reaction. And I really want to see Liverpool click back into gear, put a lot of creativity out on that pitch. Players like Naby Keita, I think Fabinho should start this game, especially with Henderson being out. I'd like to see that kind of midfield starting this game, and I'd like to see us go as strong as possible because I want to see us batter Everton. I really do. It's been a couple of years since we had a fantastic performance like that against Everton. When Klopp first came in, we won 4-0 in the first Merseyside derby. That game that we all remember from laughing at Lucas. That's that game. And at Anfield, we've had a fantastic record against Everton. They haven't won at Anfield since 1999, and that is something that I want to keep and uphold. But also, I don't want it to just be that we stay unbeaten. I want us to have yet another win against them. I want us to demoralise them, because that's exactly what we should be doing. Look at our side and compare it to theirs. As well as they've bought and as good a manager they've got, we've got that and more. We've got Jurgen Klopp as our manager. I like Marco Silva, really do. I kind of wish he never went to Everton, because I did like him. But now we're supposed to hate him because he's, our rival manager or our derby team manager, whatever you want to call it. So for that regard, we have to hate him. And I kind of like some of Everton's players as well, because I do kind of favour a player like Richarlison. I think he's a good player. Sigurdsson as well. They've got some dangerous players in their team, players that can hurt us. But we've got Mo Salah, who was the top scorer last season. He broke all sorts of records. We've got Bobby Firmino, who's probably one of the best centre forwards in the world, and we've got Sadio Mane as well, who's right up there too. Borderline world class. We've got a fantastic front three who scored plenty of goals last season, and there's no reason why we can't go into the season and just start putting in them performances again. They click so well all the time, and you see it in games in spells where they're clicking fantastically, and there's that little ball around the corner, and there's 1-2s, and they're off and away. And Salah against anybody in the world, he will outpace them. Mane the same. They're so quick and we're so lethal that we need to come into this game and just be that again. I'm not any sort of tactical genius. I don't know the team the way Klopp does. But I just know that we are capable of so much more this season, and I want to see it. I want to see it in this game, because this is the game where Everton are quietly confident. I don't care what anyone says. Everton think that they can do something in this game, and I do not want to see it. I don't want to see them turn up to Anfield and embarrass us. And a draw, to me, is embarrassing. Against Everton, it's embarrassing to get a draw. We have to win this game, because we can't keep drawing games and expect to overhaul Manchester City at the end of the season. As well as we've done, being unbeaten, draws aren't going to help us. A win's got to help us. Manchester City have faced their derby side, Manchester United, and they beat them. That was fine. Do you know what I mean? They've got Chelsea on the horizon too, so there's points to be won and lost, and hopefully they'll slip up then. But they haven't yet. They haven't slipped up. They've also stayed unbeaten. Us and City are the two unbeaten sides in the league, but we have to make sure that we keep up with them. And this weekend is going to be a massive tester of that. They go away. I think they play Bournemouth at home on the Saturday at 3 o'clock. So we'll know going into our game whether we need to win. Well, we obviously do need to win, but we'll go into that game knowing whether 3 points will either prop us up second and keep us second, or it will put us top of the league for a week, because obviously City will have lost that game or whatever it is. So, like I said, I can't stress how important it is that we win this game, because these low block sides, these lower down teams, that's something that we've struggled at, over the past decade of beating these kind of sides. And look, I will put Everton in that bracket, because as good as they've been so far this season, yet inconsistent, they're still one of the low block sides, the lower down sides that we have to beat. We have to come out and we have to beat them. They're going to want us to turn up at Anfield and not get beat. They're going to play for a draw and try and frustrate the fuck out of us. Very similar to Sam Allardyce. I believe that wholeheartedly. They might play a bit of football, but for the most part, they will want to frustrate us, and we need to make sure we do not get frustrated. Anfield needs to step up as well. I think it's helpful that we've at Anfield. I think it's a blessing that we're playing at Anfield so far, so quickly after PSG. So we need to use Anfield to our advantage. Anfield needs to get behind the team, which they always will, because it's a derby match, and the players need to step up too. This is a game where nobody can be carried in this game. Nobody can be carried. It doesn't matter who you are in the team, whether you're the best player or not. You can't be carried in this game. This game is too important for that. We need to go out and we need to smash Everton, and I'm hoping we do. I'm hoping it's a 4 or 5-0. I really do. I hope we demoralise them, because we need to. We need a bit of confidence to just say, you know what? Yeah, we're Liverpool. Look how good we were last season. We need another performance that says, look who we are. We're fucking elite. We're an elite team with elite players, and we can go out there and beat anybody on our day. So why not go and do it? Go and smash Everton, rip them apart, and just show the rest of the league that we are not to be fucked with. Show Manchester City that they need to be on their game every single week, because we are right behind them, and hopefully we'll jump ahead of them. Hopefully we'll leapfrog them after this weekend by battering Everton. I really do hope so. I'm hoping for a 4 or 5-0. I'm sorry to have a bit of a rant, guys, but I really want to see Liverpool just step up now, because our Champions League campaign's hanging in the balance. That's fine. That can happen. In a couple of weeks' time, we'll come and face that problem when we come to it. But until then, we've got 3 Premier League games, and the one that's coming next is the Merseyside derby, and it's all important. This is probably the most important Merseyside derby for 2 years now, or something like that, because there's something riding on it for us. We have to stay with Manchester City, because they will slip up at some point, and we need to make sure that we're not the team that everyone's looking at saying they'll slip up this week, because we won't slip up, and we can't slip up. So let's just not slip up. There we go. I've said the word slip up enough times. Yeah, thank you for watching, guys. That's been my kind of rant, or whatever you want to call it. I just really want to see Liverpool just step up, and I really want to see us go all the way to the end of the Premier League campaign and step up and win the fucking thing. It'll be great to see. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Join me after the match. Hopefully when we've twatted everything everywhere. Hopefully, and that it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video if you enjoy me chatting shit for 8 minutes. It is what it is. Thanks for watching. Take care.